Well, let's get to a guy who can light up the scoreboard for the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's a pleasure to have Evan Engram join us for a few minutes here on Brent Friends on ESPN 690. And I almost want to clap for this one, Evan Engram. Yeah! Congratulations on the new deal. Glad to have you for a few more years.
Welcome home.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. We had a few moments together during the season, and definitely feels better even talking to you guys right now for
Sweet.
sure.
How excited are you to have it in the rear view and now get going on a season that we just can't stop talking about here in Jacksonville? And I know you hear it and you know it. And we just spent like 45 minutes talking about what this offense looks like on paper. I mean, my guess is as I'm asking you this question, you're smiling in anticipation of reporting the camp on Tuesday.
Yeah, no, it's I honestly can't describe the feeling. Just definitely a sense of relief. Definitely a huge amount of gratitude to just the journey I'm on, where guys place me, and I'm definitely Jacksonville. Just from top down, the organization, my teammates, coaches, and everybody involved to help me get to where I am today. And definitely, it just puts a lot in the review and just puts a lot more focus on what's ahead. And that's a great opportunity for us this upcoming season.
Evan Engram with us here on ESPN 690. Two-part question about the contract. Did you have a lot of confidence that it was going to get done even as the deadline got closer? And, answer that one, then I'll ask you the other part.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a roller coaster. I knew from the jump, something, both sides. Obviously, I knew I wanted to get something done, and I knew the Jags wanted to as well. There was some high moments, there were some low moments within the process, but it was kind of the cost of the business, and it was. I knew in my heart as soon as they tagged me, I was hoping for something to get done. I knew deep down something would, like I said on Monday when I signed, it just felt good that they wanted me here as much as I wanted to be here, definitely glad that it got done, and I kind of had a good feeling about it pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, I did too, and I'm glad it got done, obviously, on the Sunday before the deadline, and some didn't, by the way, around the National Football League, especially at the running back position. The second part of that question is some guys just let their agent do it. And were you involved more maybe than other guys? Did you just let your agent kind of talk with the Jags, or were you like, I guess, somewhat involved in trying to get this done?
Yeah, no, it was definitely my agent. My agent, Mike McCartney. It was definitely a grind to get this done. A lot of back and forth, a lot of negotiating, and I definitely kind of stayed out of it. I had some my coaches kind of checked up on me. Obviously, some teammates checked up on me that kind of just staying in the loop with the guys being the OTAs and me at home. But as far as the business side goes, my agent was kind of the head man on that, and he definitely did a great job. And the Jags did a good job, figuring it out as well. So just let the business guys work, and I was just kind of praying and hoping for the best.
Evan, one of the hot topics this offseason has been the running back position, the value, the market for big-name running backs that are either available via trade or free agency. But we see something similar happening in the tight end market as well, where you get positions like quarterback and running back and defensive end really skyrocketing in value each year, jump, resetting the market. You haven't seen it as fast at tight end. Do you think this is something that the union will eventually have to step in and do something about, or do you think the market will be the market and the rest is just going to happen?
You're talking as far as the tag, correct?
Correct. Or just like positional value contracts that are being made. You got guys out there signing like running backs, big-time running backs like a Saquon Barkley, who maybe 5-10 years ago would have been a no-brainer to throw a multi-year contract for big dollars at this guy. And now they're scrapping for every penny. You see Jonathan Taylor speaking out about it. He's looking at extending his deal. I'm kind of curious how you feel about that in general. Do you think that's where the union needs to step in, or are you just a fan of letting the market play out?
I think as a union, something has to happen. There has to be some type of conversation or some common ground to get at, because it's a business. There's sometimes everybody can't be happy, but in my eyes, some of the talent out there that is kind of not unsigned, and they're kind of getting held kind of in a chokehold by the franchise tag. I don't think it's technically fair, but also, like I said, the business side of it is sometimes not fair. So I think as a union, something, there's got to be some type of conversations, because there's a lot of talent out here that a lot of teams depend on, and then when it gets to the business side, there's kind of a crutch that the front office or whoever can lean on. So luckily, like I said, the Jags wanted to lock me up kind of long term, and I'm blessed that they feel that way. But it is kind of an injustice to some of the guys out there that hold so much value to their teams, but aren't really getting rewarded for it.
Yeah, well said. Evan Engram with us, Brent Friends on ESPN 690. I'm curious what you did in the interim when you didn't go to camp. I mean, obviously you couldn't go to camp. You hadn't signed the franchise tag, meaning OTAs or mandatory minicamp. How did you stay in shape? How often did you get together with the other guys to, not miss out on anything and be ready to go next week when you report?
Yeah, no, I mean, I have a great team around me. I mean, you can name it, from speed coach to strength coach to wide receiver, tight end training, to chef, massage therapist. Like, I have a really good team around me, and we kind of came up with a plan and a schedule that obviously I know how phase 1 and phase 2 and phase 3 kind of operates, and so I kind of try as much to simulate a routine and a schedule as much as possible, so I'm not completely out of the loop. But I mean, you can't really recreate the reps with Trevor Lawrence and reps with Calvin Ridley next to you and Christian Kirk and footwork drills with the O-line. So that was kind of the biggest challenge of it. But luckily I've been in the league for a while, and I'm a pretty quick learner, so I don't think it'll take that much for me to get back on. And the coaches did a great job too, just kind of checking up on me, making sure I knew that I wasn't really missing as much as material wise and playbook wise, and if there was anything new, they kind of put on my radar. So I had a lot of support while I wasn't even in the building, which was awesome for me. So I work hard. I try to keep up my body and my routine, and I feel like that's gonna really help me come training camp, being fresh, being ready to go.
Hanging out with Evan Engram for a couple minutes as he signed that big deal earlier this week and heads to training camp on Tuesday here in Jacksonville. Camp will begin on Wednesday morning. What are you hearing about Calvin Ridley, man? I mean, how good or how much will he help you elevate this offense? You guys elevate the offense. Trevor Lawrence, like, where does he fit in the puzzle of what already seemed like a pretty good passing attack?
Yeah, man, I got to throw with Calvin a week before OTAs, and then we were out in Arizona getting some work in. And the kid is a special talent. I mean, he's even the year before last year where he was sitting out, his career so far, he's shown flashes of greatness, and he's such a hungry guy. He's ready to get back going and ready to get back to the player he knows he is. And the sky's the limit, man. I think if you're opposing defense and you kind of look at what we have in the huddle, I really don't know what kind of plan you draw for.
May have lost Evan.
Yeah, it looks like we might have just lost.
Oh,
there he is. There he is. We got you back. Keep going.
We still got to go line up and make the plays, but I think with all the talent around that we already have, and adding him, I think the sky's the limit for our offense. I think as long as we stay humble and put the work in, I think everybody's going to have their day, and everybody's going to be able to make plays just based off the talent around them.
Hey, everybody thinks they're an offensive coordinator now, and I think we all see that. But I don't even have to think you're an offensive coordinator to know what kind of pieces you have, how special it could be. Year 3 of Trevor's career, year 2 together for a bunch of you guys in the same system. But what I'm curious about is how much did the nuances of the game, the stuff we see between Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey and even Andy Reid, how much did that develop as the year went on last year, contribute to your success? And I guess how much more development of that could take place this season?
Yeah, I mean, it comes with trust. It comes with trust from the top down because, Doug obviously the head man, and the more trust that he has in Trevor, honestly, the more freedom Trevor has, and the more Trevor has trust in us, the more things that we can do. And with trust, comes preparation. Without preparation, there honestly is no trust. So I think it's just the next level of where can we take our preparation and into the next level, whether it's game planning, whether it's watching film, whether it's studying coverages, whether it's really fully understanding the concepts we run and things that we like to do, and many different ways. How many different ways can we get to it? At the end of the day, that's a responsibility for all of us to know our stuff and to understand the game and know each other. Like it's so imperative for us to know how Trevor thinks and what he feels and what he likes. So I think we have the guys that do that, and that's a credit. That's a big credit to our success last year. I think we all started trusting each other and believing in each other, and then the sky was kind of the limit. So that's what you see with the Chiefs. Pat kind of has the keys to the whole thing, and he's confident with it, and he knows that. And then it's pretty much Andy Reid lets his guys go play, and obviously Doug has that persona as well, and we just got to go earn that. Those guys have. They have 2 Super Bowls in the last 4 years, I think. So they've kind of put the pen to the paper. We got to go earn that.
Evan, do you still look at yourself as a student of the game?
Oh, every day. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I was curious because at 28, I think you are. You're a young guy, but you've been in the league now 6-7 seasons, and you got a bunch of young guys with you in that tight end room. I'm curious how you feel about taking on this role of a teacher as you're still a student of the game.
Man, honestly, that's one of the most things I'm excited about this year. This is actually the first year I'm the oldest guy in my room, and it's something I really, really take pride in. I'm really, really excited about because I definitely respect and love the standard Doug and Coach Angulo, the standard that they hold us to, and I feel like as a leader, I get to hold my younger guys to a standard as well, and I'm really excited about that. I'm really, really excited about setting the example every day, and I love leaving a great impact. I think we have the talent in that room, and Brenton and Luke and Garrett Prince and all the other guys in there. Like we have a great opportunity ahead of us, and I'm really excited about setting the tone each and every day and trying to be the best position group on the team. And at the end of the day, if we're the best position group on the team, we'll become the most important position group, and that's my goal. So I'm really, really excited about that. And honestly, I'm still learning every single day. I feel like I feel like I'm going on year 2 just with how much fun I had last year and how much I dove down into the game, how much I learned. I feel like I'm just getting started as well. So it's going to be a fun opportunity for all of us, especially in the tight end room.
Last one, and then we'll let you run. Appreciate you joining us, Evan Engram, Jack's tight end here on ESPN 690. I don't want to pile on the expectations because we know they're ramped up in Jacksonville, but should we expect you guys to kind of come out of the gates pretty fast on offense, given the continuity and maybe even for this whole football team? There's a lot of returning players, Evan.
Yeah, that's all that goes into winning. We definitely we enjoyed the comebacks and the what they call the cardiac cats last year. We definitely love all that stuff. So, but we'd rather jump out and get a lead. We'd rather jump out and get a nice lead and hold that lead. And then maybe if a team fights back, we got to go get it back. We rather that versus 21-7, 27-0, all that. So, I think that's the next step for us is how can we start faster? How can we jump out and come out the gates off rip from the jump? And I think that'll be it's going to take a lot of work. And I think that's what training camp is going to be for. And we're kind of chomping at the bit to get going.
Evan, excited for you, man. Congratulations once again. You earned it. People like say you deserve it. You earn it in this league, and you earned every bit of it. And good luck this season. We'll see you on Tuesday or Wednesday when camp begins, and you get that new facility to hang out in as well.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, guys.